Hey, book lovers, I'm Candice.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side convos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including ACOTAR or Frida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play.
Ooh.
This is Bookalicious Pod.
Welcome back.
I know. I feel like all the episodes are going to be really weird because they're all out of order from when we've recorded them.
Yes, but you had a baby and you're a mama now, so what were we to do? We did the best we could.
I'm amazed. We did a lot.
We did a lot, and I'm shocked because we had intended to have a 3-month supply for little Chrissy and Franklet. But Chrissy's back in the stew. 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks post.
3 weeks. 3 weeks
3
yesterday.
Weeks.
I know. Because Candy got me on this book. And I read it. I was like, man, it was really good.
Oh, it was so good, wasn't it?
I know. Yeah, if you had recommended a lessons in chemistry, we wouldn't be here right now.
We wouldn't be here right now. No, this book is fabulous. So normally how we do these is we read the book along with you, dear listener. But we read the whole book.
It was very good. Probably you have too. Because I
Yes.
feel like this is the kind of book you just read all the way through.
You have to read all the way through. And if you haven't, please do, because we're going to try not to do spoilers, but we can't make any promises.
We probably will. While we're at it, we'll probably spoil the perfect marriage. And probably all of the housemaid. They're probably going to make an appearance somehow. There's some murder in here.
You need to go into our back catalog and listen to every episode and come back here.
It's the only way it'll make sense.
Only way. We do have some exciting news. By the time you're listening to this, we should have a Patreon up, which I had always been like, we're not spending really any money aside from the book, so whatever. But we now have a cost, a monthly recurring fee for storage for our episodes.
Yeah, from Mr. Google.
From Mr. Google. So it's time for us to shill. And shill we will. So
anything for you, dear listener.
Anything for you. So we're going to try to find a way to try to, cover some of our costs. It's not very expensive right now, but you never know. Yeah. So we're going to have the Patreon up. Don't know what we're going to do with it yet. At this point, we've just created the account. So
yeah, maybe 3 months from now, it'll be up and running.
3 months from now, it's going to be really cool, probably. Hopefully.
Yeah. We're going to have so much bonus content. You're going to get so much free gear when you sign up.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't expect that. Chrissy sent me, she said, oh, this would be really good bonus content. And it was a pixelated picture of an image. And I was like, that's great.
That's what your message meant? I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we'll tell people, hey, this really cool thing is behind the paywall, and they get there and they just never see it.
Your message makes a lot more sense now.
Oh, okay, because you never responded, so I was like, all right, I'll just never know.
I didn't get what it meant. Yeah, it sent you a screenshot, so I'm surprised it's fuzzy. I feel like that should be the clearest one. But anyway, I sent her a screenshot. It was of a Reddit post of someone who had an idea of what to do for Patreon. And I said, oh, this is a pretty cool idea. And then Candy responded, it's all fuzzy. I like the idea. Say they get something, then say they just have computer issues.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Okay,
That's a
so
great idea.
what is the Reddit idea?
Well, so the Reddit idea was I'll read the first sentence from his thing and then I'll summarize. He said the trick is to understand what works on Patreon. Patrons aren't paying for more content, they're paying for a more immersive experience with the content that they already like. And so his idea was he like cuts out some of their like extra banter or if they had like a side story or something, and then he makes that the bonus content. So it's a more streamlined episode that gets posted on the normal thing, but then all the patrons get to hear all the bonus info.
Oh
And I was
my
like, that's pretty good because then
God.
you're not doing really anything extra, but you get bonus.
Oh, that's so sneaky.
I know. We do have a lot of side stories, which I like our
We,
side stories. We could add
I-
extra.
yeah, I like our side stories too. And it might actually be better because a lot of people, like what we're doing right now, they hate this.
I know. Probably only our like three devoted listeners are at this point.
Yeah, everyone
Everyone
else
else
has already
dropped
clicked
off.
off. Yeah.
You mentioned
So
Patreon and everyone's out.
right. So I think that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Even
All
better than the
right.
pixelated picture.
Even better than a scam.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? All right, so this book, we were gonna try to like squeeze it in before baby Franklet, but
Oh, that didn't happen.
Franklet came 1 week early or 2 weeks early.
From the due date, she was like 8 days early.
Okay. We might have been able to have squeezed this in had the due date been the same, but it probably would have still been hard.
It probably would have still been hard.
All
I
right.
don't
Well,
know.
regardless,
We're
I
here.
ordered the book and I started reading it and I couldn't stop.
One of those.
And I told Chrissy, and I said, "You must read it. You must read it." And Chrissy, you kind of were not, you weren't vibing.
Oh my gosh.
You weren't doing it.
I would like to point out, dear listener, I had to go to the hospital every 3 days so they can monitor my blood levels.
And birth a baby.
Yeah. So I was a little behind on my reading. I'll admit. But here I am 3 weeks later. Maternity leave's over.
It's over. So when did you get the book? When did you start reading it?
Okay, so I got the book. I think I ordered it while I was in the hospital, like after we gave birth. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. See,
The last push,
dedicated.
you clicked
Yeah.
buy.
Epidural's amazing. You can do
Yeah.
anything.
I can do my shopping,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, so I think I bought it then. And so by the time we got home from the hospital, it was here. So I had the book and then I read the first few pages, like, wow, this is very good. But then I had a baby and then I couldn't keep reading it. But what I could keep reading was all the Harry Potter books that come with Kindle Unlimited on my Kindle. So I finished all of book 4 and I started on book 5 and I was like, man, I really need to read Broken Country. But the issue is that the Kindle doesn't require any hands, which made it so convenient to read while breastfeeding and
Yes.
doing a lot of other things. But the book I
Yes.
had ordered was an actual book, and so I needed hands, so I couldn't read it. All that to say, I have returned the book and I rebought it on Kindle. So that's how I could read it. Then I read it in like a
Oh,
day. Game
a
changer.
day.
I think, oh yeah, here's the big thing. I stayed up late finishing it. That's how good it was. I sacrificed sleep with a newborn to finish this book.
Oh my gosh.
That's how much of a page turner it was.
Okay, I so desperately want to ask if you're Team Gabriel or Team Frank, but
I know.
I don't think we can ask until episode 2.
I know. I think so. That's an end of book question.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think we're gonna agree?
Oh,
Are we on the same team or are we opposite teams?
gonna say opposite. What do you think?
I was thinking opposite. So now maybe
So I
I think
think,
the same.
oh, really?
Well, if we're both thinking the same way,
I
maybe
was
it's like
thinking if we,
reverse psychology.
no, I think if we both said opposite, we both know who the other one chose.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I just want to ask you, but for integrity, for our journalistic integrity, I don't want to spoil myself.
Ah,
Okay.
the suspense.
The suspense. Okay, so we have our author recap, judge a book by its cover, and then we're going to go through part one today, and then next time we're going to do part two and three.
Hmm.
And possible spoilers, we'll try not to, but no promises. Okay,
Yeah,
are you ready for author recap?
so ready.
Okay, so this book was written by Claire Leslie Hall. And here is yet another author without a Wikipedia page.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I feel like everyone has a Wikipedia page.
I know. Well, so this is her third published book. I think this is part of the issue. This is her third published book, and her first one was published in 2023.
Oh, wow, she's written a lot in a short time.
Yes, yes. So I think this is why she doesn't have the Wikipedia page. But I listened to an interview of Claire on another podcast, and I can't remember the podcast name. I want to shout them out, but maybe I don't have time for that. It was called like Overbooked or Booked and Busy or Pop Fiction Women. Oh, that was one. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the point is that I listened to an interview. This is how I got all of this information. So
Oh,
here we go.
really? Wow.
hmm
Really did your
I
research.
I did. I listened to the whole interview and I was like typing it all out, trying to figure it out. Okay. So Claire Leslie Hall, she is 50 years old and she lives in the wilds of Dorset, England with her family.
Wow. So she lives where this book was set.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Autobiography? Just kidding.
I hope not. But there's definitely a lot of pieces that are inspired from her life.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So Claire's parents are described as very bookish. They were teachers. Claire said her childhood was often spent in libraries with her parents. Leslie is her mother's maiden name. Hall is her father's surname. So her author name combines both of their names together.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That worked out well with
And
Leslie. Sounds like just a middle name.
yes, yes. And I think Claire has a lot of emotions around her parents because they have passed away, and her mother passed away when she was very young.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Claire was a journalist for 20 years, but she always wanted to be a novelist. That was her dream. She started writing novels when she started writing when she was like 6 years old, but she started really getting into novels when she was 30. So that's about 20 years ago from today.
Cool.
And she had been working for the past 20 years to get her books published.
Wow.
Yeah. It took all the way until 2023 for her first novel called Days You Were Mine, which was published in the UK. So,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, Claire, she's written three books. Broken Country is the first one that was sold in the US.
Like published in the US or sold in the US? Because like
Published?
Days
Is
You
that
Were
different?
Mine, I don't know, but I feel like you could buy Days You Were Mine in the US.
Kept saying this is her US debut. So
I
maybe
don't know what that
published in the
means.
US? I don't really know what that means either. I took it as like you can't buy it over there. But like if you want to sell
Uh,
it to me, why can't I buy it? I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know these things. Um, but anyway, so this is
I
her
don't know, I'll take her
first,
word.
yeah, her first US novel. And when Leslie was trying to get this book published, her publisher at the time in 2017 said that it was difficult for her to market the book because it was like a blended genre of romance and thriller.
Oh,
And she
thriller?
was, well, like suspense, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Could see that.
Yeah. And so that publisher was like, well, this is really hard because I don't know what to say it is. Is it this or is it that? Claire was very smart. She got a new publisher, and that publisher marketed the book as, and I love this quote, a love story with the pulse of a thriller.
That's a good way to say it.
Yes, ma'am. And now she's like a New York Times bestseller. She was on the Reese Witherspoon like bestseller list, or what is it? Reese Witherspoon
Oh,
book club,
book club. Mm-hmm.
book club pick. And now they've picked up the book and they're going to eventually make it into a movie, it sounds like.
Really? This would be a great movie.
Great movie. Not a
So
mini
good.
series. Perfect movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. So when Claire was researching this book, I thought this was really interesting. She shadowed a farmer to learn lambing.
Wow.
Yeah. She went to a court trial, viewed it in person to see how the court proceedings go.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So
Go
she's like
Claire.
boots on the ground. hmm
Yeah.
Let's see. So these are some words from Claire that I picked up from the interview is that she likes to write novels that explore human emotions. So passion, longing, grief, nostalgia, while also combining suspense with it.
That's a fun combo.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what this book is.
Yeah. Man, I want to read her other books now.
I bet her other books are great.
Yeah.
So some of her inspirations is she really likes The Secret History and The Great Gatsby.
I don't know Secret History.
I have been recommended Secret History several times, but
Hmm.
a dark academia thriller about a group of elite classic students at a New England college who become entangled in a murder and its subsequent cover-up.
That sounds pretty good.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Okay.
Yeah. Let's read that one next.
Yeah,
Wow.
sounds great.
Wow, from 1992?
hmm
Whoa. Okay.
So
I'm
that's
I'm here
it.
for it.
That's what we know about Claire.
Well, that was a pretty nice summary. I feel like I know her better now.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. The people who are producing Claire's movie, this is the last thing, is they're the same group that produced Where the Crawdads Sing, which that was a very successful book to movie.
That's cool. I feel like I read somewhere that this book was similar to Where the Crawdads Sing, but I never read that one.
I never read that one and I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, I know nothing about it.
I think I started watching it and it was like about this girl and she's like living in a swamp and I
hmm
wasn't feeling the vibes.
Marshlands of North Carolina.
Yeah,
Not into swamp girls.
I w I'm not into swamp girls. No. Okay. Are you ready to judge a book by its cover?
Yeah, so ready. Thanks for the summary.
Yeah. Okay. So here it is.
I'm not
Describe what
super
you're
turned
looking
off by
at.
the Oh yeah, that's right. There's a house. There's a nice house with a lot of yard around it, a little fence on the perimeter. There's like a whole forest behind it. It says broken country in big letters. There's a flock of birds flying over the trees. Yeah, it looks very like you're looking at a farmhouse, like a
hmm
lonely farmhouse in the woods. But
And
it's
you know
also
what
looks
I'm
kind of warm and inviting.
it does. It's something I'm noticing is at the very bottom. Do you see there are two paths?
Oh, you're so right. Whoa, that's next level.
What? A fork in the road?
Wow. Oh my gosh. Do you think that's what they're going for? Or was that just a genius connection you made?
I feel like it's either intentional or subconscious, but it was not accident. That's what I think.
I believe it.
Y- Yeah, so if you saw this book, would you pick it up? Would you want to read it?
I think I'd pick it up and read the back. I'm not turned off by the cover. It doesn't, I don't know if I would 100% pick it up. I'd say 8 out of 10 times
Okay.
I'd pick it up.
I'd probably put myself at 5 out of 10 times to pick it up. It looks a little boring.
Yeah, I could see that. And I don't really know exactly what it's like. I have no idea what type of genre it is, you know?
Yes.
I could have some romance vibes. Definitely not getting the thriller vibes.
No.
The two paths were not conspicuous enough for me to know that that's where we're headed.
Do you use my words? Did you read Because of Winn-Dixie?
Oh, yeah, I did.
The cover reminds me of that.
Really? I haven't thought of that in years.
I think
What was
about
that
that book a
cover
lot.
like? Oh, really?
I just remember it being like a little girl and her dog, like kind of in the countryside on like a road. And that was kind of just like a feel good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does have similar vibes to that cover.
Yeah, like the old school one. I'm seeing now that they have like a new. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's in a trailer park and she's like in the road, but just like kind of like a feel good slice of life type of book.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I was
Hmm.
thinking Little House of the Prairie on the prairie.
Oh, yeah. Similar vibes, slice of life. Would
Boring.
you call boring? Would you call this slice of life book?
There's a lot of slices. There's a lot of slices from a lot of different pies from different decades.
Oh no, you are so right.
It's kind of, yeah, it's like slice of life though. I mean, it's
Very
definitely
drama
not
filled
fantasy.
life.
Yeah, it's a slice of Hallmark. It's like Hallmark meets TLC.
Oh my gosh. I know you said that it was like a Hallmark book, and I was like, at first I didn't agree, but now that I'm thinking about it, it does have like all of the pieces.
I know, but it's more drama than Hallmark.
More drama.
So, so I don't know what kind of movie that would be.
A good one.
Yeah, Hallmark, but with a plot.
Ah. Okay, are we ready to do the intro
Oh,
and
yeah.
start
And
summarizing
the
this book and
summary?
talk about it?
I think so. I think it's been judged.
But first, rate us 5 stars, please and thank you. All right, go ahead, Chrissy.
Join our Patreon. That may or may not be up.
Join the Patreon. Yes, please.
Look at all this quality content we're giving.
Yeah, for free. Okay,
Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast for two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy,
I'm Candice.
and today we're doing part one of Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall.
I'm so glad we finally get to talk about this.
Candy's been sitting
Ah,
on it for like 5 weeks.
seriously, just so many thoughts and like can't talk to you about it.
The time has come. Okay. So the book Okay, so summarizing the book. So we're following the story of Beth and her life torn between the two loves of her life, socialite and famous author Gabriel and rugged, steadfast farmer Frank. The
Mm-hmm.
story oscillates between three timelines: Beth as a young teen, Beth in her 30s, and Beth witnessing a murder trial.
Mm-hmm.
Great way for the book to keep going.
Yes.
Okay, so the way we're going to summarize this is summarizing what we know so far about each of those three eras. So,
Yes.
Beth, as a young teen, the big things that happen here is that she meets Gabriel, the guy who turns into a famous haughty author, and they have the summer fling of their life. Gabriel seems to understand Beth's soul. They both have aspirations of becoming writers. Beth dreams of a life bigger than the town that she grew up in. And Gabriel, who's a little bit older, is already attending Oxford and encourages Beth to join him when she graduates at the end of the year. So it looks like Beth and Gabriel are going to be together forever. They spend every day that whole summer together. Um,
Yes.
until Beth is introduced to Gabriel's mother, Tessa, and now things start taking a turn for the worst. So,
Oh,
Tessa, I know, there's a lot of evil moms that we've met in our books. Tessa's maybe one of the worst.
you got to watch out, Chrissy. It's a trope. You can't become an evil mom.
The evil mom. Oh no.
Because you're a
Can't be
mama now.
Tessa. I know. Those seem to be the only options from these books. Okay, so Beth meets Gabriel's mother, Tessa. Tessa does not approve of Gabriel dating a townie and attempts to scare Beth off with her snobbery. Tessa
Yes.
tells Beth that Gabriel will often fall in love with a girl and then just dump her when the next one comes along. And she says that, Gabe's going to Oxford, so as soon as the summer's over, he's going to forget about
Mm-hmm.
you. And
Mm-hmm.
Beth knows that she's being snobby, but it also starts to make her think, have some
These are all
doubts.
of these are all of Beth's insecurities.
Right. Yeah. Tessa knows it.
Ugh.
Yikes. Okay. Tessa also warns Beth to not get pregnant. Okay.
All right.
And while Tessa is verbally abusing Beth during their family dinner, Gabriel is off chatting with his dad and doesn't do anything to defend Beth. Doesn't even notice that this is all happening,
No.
which I thought was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, okay. Once you finish, I have a
okay, we
question about
can.
that.
Oh, okay. All right. Last thing with Gabriel. So, Gabriel invites Beth over for another horrid dinner. This time, this time with their family friends from America in attendance. One thing I haven't said yet is that Gabe's family, they're the fancy rich people in town. They live outside
Yes.
of town. They're not associated with the town. They're on
They
a
live
mansion.
they live in a mansion up on the hill looking down at everyone else.
Yes. That's where they like to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Beth is just normal person who lives in town, has a normal family,
Yep.
average life. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Gabriel invites Beth over, and now their family friends from America are there. The daughter of one of the American socialites is Louisa, who refers to her father as daddy, even though she's 18 years old.
I wrote that as a red flag or a deal breaker.
That's so funny. Uh, yeah, we should ask that one after. Okay.
Okay.
Gabriel's mom, Tessa, publicly embarrasses Beth throughout the dinner while praising Louisa. Another terrible time. Once
Yes.
again, Gabriel either does not notice or does not care to say anything in Beth's defense.
Ugh.
Sad. Okay, so that's the Beth and Gabriel storyline from way back
Yes.
when. The other thing to note from here is that one of the other townies, Frank, has a crush on Beth. So these are her two lovers, Fancy
Mm-hmm.
Gabe or Farmer Frank. Frank has had a crush on Beth for a long time, but he's never asked her out because he's been too nervous. But Beth has spread the word on the grapevine that she would say yes if he were to ask her out. However, Frank has terrible timing. So sad. And he asks her out on a date or asks her to be his girlfriend or something. I think it's like the second week after she meets Gabriel.
Yeah.
Like they have just started going, but they are soulmates now. Too late. Can't
Yes.
turn back.
Yes.
Yeah. So sad. So, anyways, so she says, "So sorry, Frank. There's someone else." And
On,
he never
he's
talks to her
like
again.
right, and he's like on the school bus in
I
front of
know.
everyone.
Sad. Well, I mean, I thought it was just like in their seats.
Okay, but people are witnessing.
People know. I know. Can't keep anything quiet in a small town.
Not a small town, especially not on a school bus. Like
I
absolutely not.
know. Yeah. Poor. And the whole school knew that Frank liked Beth. So sad.
Oh,
I know.
it was bad.
So it was pretty rough. And yeah, that was the end of Beth and Frank.
Yes. So one other thing is that Frank drops out of school to attend the farm full time. And
Oh,
at
isn't it
some
right
point,
after this?
it's like shortly after this, and Beth and
Yeah.
Gabriel are like, "Oh, I wonder what happened." And I was like, "Beth, you drove him to madness."
I know. He couldn't show his face again.
But we find out later on in this section that Frank's mother has passed away. And so
Mm,
Frank needs to drop out of school so that he can take care of the farm and his 9-year-old brother, Jimmy.
that's right. That's right. Good guy, Frank.
Meanwhile, Beth and Gabriel are just laughing and laughing.
I know. Oh my
Ugh.
goodness. What a time. Okay, did you have questions that you wanted to ask after this section? Or did we want to continue on?
Can we just talk about this section for a little bit?
Yeah, let's do this section.
Okay. So, red flag or deal breaker, Louisa refers to her father as daddy, even though she's 18 years old.
Okay, I'll be honest, I sometimes did that too. Not all the time, but just sometimes.
Okay, I called our dad daddy the other day when I was home, but it's because mom calls him that, which is kind of weird.
Hmm.
Like,
I've never thought of it as weird, but I mean, I guess we're not little anymore. So I guess it's not
yeah,
necessary.
daddy,
Yeah.
daddy.
Ugh.
It's just very
No.
I'm like a child and I need my daddy.
Yeah.
Give me
Veruca
some
Salt.
money. Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay. I'll say red flag.
Okay.
What do
I
you
think
think?
I would say red flag, but to me that's showing like a sign of like either immaturity or codependency.
What do you th Okay, what if it's a southern thing? Like out in the country? I feel
This
like
is my
that's more
daddy. Yeah, if you
Right.
if
It sounded like a gangster. You're about to beat someone up.
okay, I guess if you say it the right way, if you say it in like a real thick country accent
Yeah.
or a gangster accent, either of those, I think check. If you say it normal,
Or Veruca Salt.
who's Veruca
You
Salt?
know, Willy Wonka. She was the
Oh,
British kid who kept asking for
yes.
things. Like, Daddy, I
Yes.
want a golden ticket.
Exactly. If you say it like her, no.
Yeah. I think that that makes a difference.
Yeah. I would almost even accept it if you speak one way and then when you say daddy, you say it in your gangster or country accent.
Imagine if Veruca Salt all of a sudden went gangster.
Okay.
That's a good one.
What did you think of Gabriel by the end of this section?
Okay, I did not like how he just left her to fend for herself at all these family gatherings. I thought that was crazy. And then I was like, maybe he doesn't really like her. That's not very nice. Or maybe he's just kind of clue at worst, like inconsiderate
Hmm.
person, or maybe at best, like just clueless.
Yes, I really felt for Beth in all of these scenes where I'm like, oh my God. Like I
I
could see
know.
myself in that. I wonder if Gabriel is just because he mentions how his mother is quite heinous in
Hmm.
this section. I wonder if he's just like, that's just her.
Right. He's become desensitized to it. So he's like, yeah, he kind of forgets how bad it is.
Right.
I think maybe it could be a mix of that. And then he also says, or no, Beth says to him how like he doesn't get it because he doesn't have all these insecurities. Like he
Right.
never, because he's rich and he's a guy and all these things. Like it's just expected that he'll like fit in places.
Mm.
And so she doesn't have that same like privilege. And so I think it could be both those things.
Would this be a deal breaker for you at this point?
I think it's salvageable because I think maybe he really doesn't realize. But once you bring it up to him, I would expect him to act accordingly and to help you the next time,
The
you know?
two dinners. Yeah. You're like,
Right. This is now a pattern. It was
yeah.
not just a one-time thing. So, but I mean, they're also very young. She's a little bit younger than he is. So it's not like they had
Hmm.
the conversation where she was like, well, next time we're with your family, if you could, keep an eye out for this type of conversation, maybe back me
Right.
up. That'd be great. They didn't really
Right.
have that sort of, game plan.
It's kind of interesting because Gabriel, how he presents himself to me is kind of a little bit of like the romantic knight in shining armor, you
Hmm.
know, person. But then when it comes to like coming to Beth's defense,
Oh, true. Yeah.
nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like only when they're in private is he this
Yes.
really loving romantic guy. But yeah, as
Yes.
soon as they're in public, he throws her to the side. That's a big, I think that could be a deal breaker. Cause that's pretty big. Like how you treat me when we're with other people, you know?
Hmm.
Like, are you embarrassed? What's going on?
Well, I think that's what Beth is thinking, right? Because
Right.
she's the townie.
Mm-hmm. I see why she would think that.
Yeah, my radar was up about
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel.
Did not like that at all.
Did you believe their love? Do you think they're really in love? Do you think they're just two teenagers?
Um, I I could believe their love, I think. I mean, I think it was a lot really fast, which is
Hmm.
kind of like two teenagers, but I don't know. I think, if they stayed together and grew together, I think it could turn out really well.
Hmm.
That's what I was thinking. What did you think?
I was 100% believer of their love.
Yeah. You're here for the Hallmark movie?
I bought it. I said, "Oh my God, here he is. He's gonna," because it's interesting because Beth, she wants to live this big life. She wants to be a writer. She talks about her sister who lives in England and she wants to be like that and she can't wait to leave the town.
Yeah.
And here you have this guy who really complements all of those
I
hopes.
know. I really like them together. Like it made me happy when they're
Yeah,
together.
I
So nice.
know.
Okay, so question for you. So you liked all of his big romantic gestures, setting up their tent with all the candle lights. They have the whole
I,
house for the whole summer.
I really liked all of that because those were grand gestures in a private setting.
Oh, okay.
I don't like a grand gesture in front of a lot of people.
He thought coming to her defense would be too big of a grand gesture in front of a lot of people. He said, "Don't want her to think I'm disingenuous. I'll ignore her."
Okay. Okay. I would like a grand gesture to come to my defense, but like I don't want to be proposed to in front of like 200 people
On the bus.
on the
Embarrassing.
bus.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. That's interesting because you know who Gabe reminded me of?
Don't say it. Don't
It's the book
say
we
it.
always go back to. This is the foundation of this podcast. Buried deep beneath in the cemetery.
Deep beneath lessons of chemistry.
Yeah. Hidden.
Analantras.
And
Hidden.
Elantris. Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on the Patreon, y'all. The unreleased episodes of The Fault in Our Stars.
We've mentioned it a lot. That could be a
Augustus.
good Augustus. Yep, from Fault in Our Stars. Because I remember saying, wow, I love Augustus and Hazel together. They're so sweet. How cute. And Candy said, love bombing. This is fake. These are all these grand gestures, not because he loves her, because he's crazy. And I said, this smells familiar. That's that's all I'm saying.
Oh my God. Using my own words against me. How do I get out?
Is he love bombing or not?
Oh my God. It's a cave in. It's a cave in. Okay. I just didn't feel like it was love bombing. I believe this one, and I think Augustus is a love bomber, and I'll stand on that till the end of time.
Okay.
I think I think one of the things that I liked more about it than, say, The Fault in Our Stars is I felt like Beth was more appreciative
Mm,
of the events.
reciprocated.
It was reciprocated and it seemed like the appropriate level for where they were at. The things with Augustus and Hazel, it felt like way too grandiose. And
Okay, yeah,
I
going to Denmark together or wherever, Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Yeah, it felt very like grandiose. And then Hazel didn't seem to appreciate it. And then also there was something else. And they felt more public. And I just don't,
Mhm.
I can't remember if they were public or not, but
Sometimes, not all the time.
okay. All right. Well, here I am. So were you a believer? Did we get to that?
Yeah, yeah. So I was a believer. I was a believer. I liked
Okay.
them together. I was here for it.
Now we know at this point because we start the book knowing that Beth is with Frank.
That's yep.
How are you thinking this all fit in?
Well, I mean, I think you kind of know just based off like the summary on the back of the book is that she has two lovers. One of them comes back. What's she gonna do? And so you kind of know that like she and Gabriel, that was like teenage first love. She
Hmm.
ends up with Frank. Gabriel's gonna come back. Um, and now she has to choose between the two of them. So I don't know if I really thought much like deeper than that. Like, what were you thinking?
I was feeling bad for Frank because he did that grand gesture, got denied. Not Beth's fault, but very sad. But then Beth and Gabriel are kind of like laughing about it a little bit in their tent bed. It just made me feel like Frank was
I
kind of like the
know.
butt of the joke.
Well, and you can already tell from page one, like Frank is old faithful, very
Yes.
sturdy, reliable, genuine, humble, really likes Beth where she is, has liked her for a long time. Again, Gabriel, you just have some questions about. Didn't come to her
Right.
defense. Grand gestures could just be a summer fling. I got questions.
Hmm.
I know.
I know. And it's like this book already we're seeing it's like it's up to Beth to decide who does she want to pick. But what about
Mm-hmm.
Frank? He seems agentless.
Like he's too
Like he's
passive.
just so, yeah, he's just so obsessed with Beth, which I guess we'll get into this next part and we'll see that
Yeah.
play out a little bit
I
more.
yeah, I have some big questions with that in the second part
Hmm.
of like, man, Frank, yeah, is he too passive? Is that a is it a feature or a bug? How
Right.
easygoing he is.
Like have some self-respect.
Poor Frank.
Poor Frank. Okay, so you ready for 1968? Or did you
Yeah.
have more thoughts?
No, I think that's good.
Okay, so we started in 1955. That's when Beth is a teenager. Now we jump to present day, which is 1968. Beth is married to her childhood sweetheart, Frank. They live on Frank's family farm with her brother-in-law, Jimmy. Beth's life is simple but meaningful, and it feels like it's just Frank, Jimmy, and Beth against the world working together to keep the farm afloat. We discover that Beth and Frank had a son, Bobby, who passed away 2 years ago at the age of 9. One day, out of nowhere, a dog is charging towards the farm and their lambs, and it kills three. One, two, three, boom, dead. Frank pulls out a shotgun, kills the dog to protect the sheep. Only then we
Doesn't
find
Jimmy
out
kill the
that,
dog?
oh, maybe it's Jimmy. I thought it was
I
Frank.
think it's pretty sure it's Jimmy. Well, not like it's a huge detail. Or is it?
Or is it? Oh my God. Okay, let's fact check. It was like towards the beginning.
Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy's the one who killed him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dang. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jimmy kills the dog. we find out that the dog belongs to Gabriel's son, Leo. Gabriel has just moved back. I didn't mention this, but Gabriel has just moved back into town with Leo, and
Mm-hmm.
they live
And
on
no one
the
knows until this moment,
no one
right?
know. I think it was in the paper that they were moving back,
Oh, maybe, maybe.
but they didn't
Beth
know
hasn't
like
seen him.
when exactly. But Beth hasn't seen him. But they moved. They live in like the ivory tower on top of the hill. Leo's running around with his dog. Dog kills the lambs. Jimmy kills the dog. Now, all of these people's lives are kind of intertwined all of a sudden.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So we get caught up on Gabriel. He's recently divorced from his wife, Louisa, who we met in the beginning part, the American lady.
Mm-hmm.
Louisa moved back to America and left Gabriel to take care of their 11-year-old son, Leo, which I thought was crazy.
So we might find this out in the second part, but they gave Leo the option. Who do you want to be with?
It's
And he
all
chose
crazy.
Gabriel. It is all crazy. Are they officially divorced at this point?
They're either divorced or divorcing, but they're not getting
Okay.
back together.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
So
that was
feeling,
pretty crazy.
yeah, I was like, I would never not live in the same country as my kid. Sorry.
Especially country. I mean, even state, like town.
Right.
That's so far, especially in
Yeah.
68.
Yes.
Like,
And she like moved to like
yeah,
California.
I know.
Like, okay.
Very
All right.
strange.
Whatever. All right. Well, we knew Louisa was weird from the beginning. Daddy. Okay. All right. So, feeling guilty for Leo's dog, Beth gets Leo a new puppy and she offers to train him. Beth finds being around Leo is helping her recover from the trauma of losing her own son, Bobby. Even though her spending time around Leo and conversely Gabriel is causing friction in her marriage, Beth continues the relationship.
That made me so sad. Every time a line like that came up, my comment was like, no. She's like, I know
Justice
this
for
is gonna end
Frank.
up terribly. Yeah, I know. You know what's gonna happen.
Gabriel asks Beth to become Leo's nanny for a small stipend while he's trying to be a single dad and figure things
Hmm.
out. It's clear Frank is not thrilled with this. We find that Frank is a perfectly doting husband who would do anything for Beth.
I know. He's so great.
He's so great. Not one bad thing about him,
Literally.
but literally. But Beth feels entitled to spend time with Leo as it makes the loss of Bobby feel better, and she blames Frank for Bobby's death. We don't know why yet, but she blames him. Beth also justifies her actions to become the nanny because Gabriel's paying them and the farm is in need of cash.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I guess actually this is where my question for Frank can come up. Is
Yeah,
him
go
being so
for it.
easygoing feature or a bug? Does he need to stand up more?
I don't think Beth respects Frank.
Yeah. Uh,
I think he's all reliable and she knows she can do whatever she wants and he's going to be waiting there.
yeah. That's so sad. Man.
I know.
This stressed me out. Yeah.
Like and how does Frank feel being second choice?
Well, I forget if it comes up now or later, but he says that he always knew he was second choice.
Yeah,
Sad.
sad.
Poor Frank. I know. Well, I guess that's the difference between Frank and Gabriel, because Frank had to quit school to help his family out. So from the beginning, he's like, I'm just here to help other people. But
Hmm.
Gabe doesn't seem to think about other people. Re
Mm-mm.
all the family dinners where he ignored Beth, you know?
Yeah.
So he's out there being a superstar. Frank's out there being a farmer. And now Beth needs to choose superstar life or
Mhm.
Farmville.
So if Beth were with Gabriel, my thought is that she would always be second. She would be the Frank in that relationship.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, because I think Gabriel still wouldn't take care of her like Frank does.
I don't think
Or like,
anyone could take
be
care of Beth
considerate.
like Frank does.
No. Everyone wants a Frank.
Well, Franklet.
Yeah, exactly. Little Franklet.
Full Franklet. Do you think Beth would do well in a relationship where she wasn't number one? She was possibly number two.
Um, I think so. I actually think I think if she and Gabe had been together the whole time, I think it could have worked out,
Yeah.
which I think is the most tragic part of all of this, where like it could have worked out, but that
Yeah.
wasn't the path they chose.
No. Did you feel, I felt sad for Beth that she kept saying like her life is simple but meaningful. She loves being on the farm, da 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 da. But I'm like, what about young Beth who wanted to get out and be free and do all of these things?
Mm-hmm.
And she
I mean,
never
I think what
got to
you
realize any of that.
That's true. I mean, I think what you want can change. And I think, life can happen differently than you were wanting it to. And you could still really love the life that you ended up with. So I don't think she's lying about that. But I think there is at least a part of her that is really sad that she didn't get to do all those things,
Yeah.
you know? So, ugh, I know. So that was a line that I had highlighted because she's talking about like her simple life, whatever. And she said, I wouldn't have changed a second of it.
Mm.
Oh, she actually says, I know, right? Like, do you think she actually means that? Or do you think she just
No,
thinks
she's
that she means it?
Pinocchio. Pinocchio. Her nose is through the door.
Man. So at this point, she's just trying to cover it up. I mean, she's also like still deep in grief of her son dying 2 years ago.
I think she's happy with her life, but it's weird because I don't know that she'll ever be satisfied because she had a life not lived and she was very close to realizing it. I just think that's so hard to get over. I don't know.
Yeah, but you gotta, because that's for everybody. You always could have almost done something else. I mean, she was especially like two conversations away from her life being totally different.
Yeah,
But I feel like anyone could get stuck up on, oh, if only I had done this thing.
I guess that's
And
true.
that's no way to live.
That's
So at
true.
some point, you just got to say, this is the life I have.
Do you feel like she was always burning that candle for Gabriel, even when she was with Frank, even when she said how great Frank was and how loving?
Um, I feel like at this point, it had been long enough to where I think she probably pretty successfully put Gabe out of her mind, where she's like not thinking about him all the time. But I think once he comes back, like she had just kind of buried all those emotions. So now it just comes
Yeah.
all the way back right to where they were of like, actually, I do have this intense, passionate love for you, which makes it difficult.
Yes. Something I highlighted earlier in the book is that Gabe has a conversation with Beth about his mom. And his mom had met this pauper, and she was like, I'm in love with him. Like, I have this passion similar to what Gabe and Beth have.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And the mom said, I'll leave your dad, Gabe's dad, but you, Gabe, my son, have to come with me. And Gabe was like, I'm in
Oh,
school.
yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that. And so the mom stayed with the family and she gave up, quote, like the love of her life.
I totally forgot about all that. But yeah, you're exactly right. And I think that was like her villain origin story because she's like, all right, well, if I'm
Yeah,
stuck in this fancy life, I'm gonna really commit to the part.
right.
So then she became really exclusive.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh man. So do you think she's doing the same thing to Gabe?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Mm-hmm. Trauma bonding. She said, if I couldn't have it, you
You
can't
don't,
either.
yeah, you don't get your popper, princess.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it like that. That could be like a huge motivator of like, well, we're gonna be the rich, stuck-up family that you always wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Go marry your American socialite.
Yes. I was thinking more of maybe like the idea of like quote unquote the one that got away. And like
Okay.
what do you think about that? The one that got away for someone who has like those feelings. Can you ever fully get over it?
Mm.
What does that mean if you feel that way? If the one that got away comes back, what do you do
Makes it
about it?
complicated. I mean, I kind of feel like once you marry someone, you gotta close all the other doors,
You thought
you
it
know?
was. You said this is never going to happen. We're done. They show back up.
You already preemptively closed all future doors too.
Ugh,
I
I
don't
know.
know, because then otherwise, what does marriage mean if you're like, well, if he comes back, then we're done with this, you know?
It means
That's
that
not
you're
great.
Frank.
Ah,
Is it your second fiddle?
no. See, can't have that.
I know.
I know. What do you think?
I think I think people who believe that there's like quote the one that got away, there's some truth to it, but I think it's very romanticized in their mind
Mm, that
of
too.
what the
Yeah,
relationship was.
right.
And I feel like with Beth, you remember you remember like these good parts. You remember like the chemistry, you remember X, Y, and Z. You don't remember
The awful
Gabriel
dinner party.
not helping you, the awful dinner parties, or being second, or being abandoned, or all these other things. You kind of forget about those, and you're just left with like these
Right.
overly rosy.
Romanticized.
Yeah. So I feel like it's kind of a fool's errand to
Yeah,
go
that's
after
a good
that.
point. Right. Grass
That's
is
what I
always greener.
think. Yeah.
If only someone told Beth.
Ugh. Do you think do you think it was okay for Beth to be spending this time with Leo?
Okay, yeah, that was my question too. I think I think no, even though it's helping Gabe and like it's helping Leo, because Leo's in a really tough spot too. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's clearly putting a big strain on their marriage. Frank doesn't like it, isn't comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
it, and she also knows it's not good. No one thinks it's a good idea, except Gabriel, because he doesn't think about other people. So
Gabriel's like, this is perfect. He's like, I'm
I
down a wife and here's a new
know.
one. Come,
Yeah,
come mother my baby.
I know. Right? Has no one been living in that house for 12 years or whatever?
No, they're so rich. They just have cleaners go in there,
Oh my
clean it up.
gosh. Yeah, he just showed up. He's like, I know where Beth will be. Right next door.
Yeah. Do you think that's why he came back?
I forget if they say why he came back. Yeah, because he doesn't like living there. I think he says that. He never felt like he fit
Yeah.
in. I don't
Yeah.
know. It makes you wonder. He just came to
It
ruin Beth's
it
life.
really it really feels like a siren, like to ruin like lives, like you're saying. It feels like a siren because it's like you have Gabriel, you have Bobby, the mom's out of the picture. Beth could just so
No.
easily slide right in.
I think, mm-hmm, I could see that. Man, but even though I say that, when he came back, like he still seems so nice. And I was still like, oh, I still like Gabriel,
I know.
right? I pretty much like
Yeah,
Gabriel the whole time in a lot of
I
ways.
do too. Yeah. Do you wish that Beth had just never got married to Frank? She just waited for
I think she
Gabriel.
might wish that she never got married to Frank. Oh, you know, I wish she never had the second chance with Gabe, or that she didn't take the second chance with Gabe,
Yeah.
you know? Because at that point, you already
Do you
know.
think she could have, do you think she realistically could have stayed away from Gabe after the dog death and
I
Leo
think so.
reaching out to her? You think it would have been easy, or not easy, but you think it
Or
would have been possible?
or better, have Leo come over to her house. Wouldn't that be different?
Oh, yeah,
You know? Yeah. She could pick him up after school and bring him to the farm, and then Gabriel has to come pick
yeah,
him up or something. That could have been better.
yeah.
She didn't have to go over to their house alone all day. I feel like that's the worst
Yeah.
scenario. Yeah, or like even work it out with Frank of like, well, what would be better? Because we
Hmm.
need to help our neighbor or something. I don't know. You know, I think there could have been a middle ground. I think though maybe she should have been an all or nothing thing. And by that I mean a nothing thing. She should have never gone over. I think that might be the only way to
What if she just came clean to Frank and she said, "Listen, I gotta see where this goes.
What?
And either you leave me or you stick with me, but I need to go see." Would that make you feel better or worse about Beth?
Um, well, I mean maybe better knowing what happens next.
Yeah.
You know, like well, it's probably better to just be upfront about it.
Yeah.
So, but it's not great.
If you're Frank, are you sticking around or are you leaving?
If she's gonna go see what happens, like regardless of what I have to say, we're out of here. She's out of the farm. She can go live in her magic tent again. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. I know we've been married for over a decade. We've had a kid together, but I just gotta see where this romantic fling from my teenage years goes. I
Well,
think that's
not even if
crazy,
she, that is crazy. I would be like, okay, either you're in or you're out. And if you're going to go
right?
over there, that means you're out
Right.
because I have respect for myself.
Yeah. No, no. Okay, but what if she said, I just want to be friends with him? Would you believe
No,
her? Would you trust her?
no, no. This movie star, handsome man with money moves into town and I'm in my dump farm that's barely like keeping it together. No, no, you're not allowed to go over there.
You're trapped here. Okay, but do you think Frank could have done anything different in the years leading up to this? Because I kind of get the sense from their life, it's like the farm is what they, love doing. It's kind of keeping them together, almost like how a kid sometimes keeps people together. And also, it's
Yeah.
like Frank just seems to spend all day with Jimmy, which I know taking care of a farm is like, full-time work. But it does kind of seem like he just leaves Beth on her own a lot. Like, I don't know, could he have done something different too? That maybe Beth would have felt more loved or closer or something. She wouldn't have been as, tempted to see Gabriel.
I feel like for Frank, what Beth wanted and or needed, he could not provide her. I
Yeah,
think
that's a good point.
what she needed to feel fulfilled would have some mix of the life that she had wanted. Being able to go into town, being able to write a book, being able to like achieve these things. But because the farm is so all encompassing, like you're saying, like that is their North Star. There's no time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, might be right.
So
So this was all inevitable, is what we're saying.
I just don't think fundamentally Frank and Beth are truly a good pair.
Hmm. You don't think so? What if Gabe had never entered onto the scene? She never had the
I,
option
I,
to have a bigger life.
so the reason, well, because she was gonna go to the city. She was gonna go to the city. Her sister lived in the city. She was gonna go, but she didn't. And then she stayed with Frank. And I feel like if she never had that desire to go to the city, then I think she could have been very happy with Frank. But because like that was always what she wanted, and Gabriel was just a
Mm-hmm.
manifestation of all of those desires and
Right.
dreams. But she always had that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, we learned in the second part, it wasn't Frank that kept her there. So, so there's really no fault to Frank here. There's only
No,
good parts to Frank.
I think Frank is a victim.
Yeah.
Should Frank have been sticking around with her all this time, you think?
Um, Frank's so loyal. I think he's the type of person who said, once I made that decision, that's a decision. We're together forever now.
That's
You know?
that's why he wanted to marry her.
Yeah.
Trap her down, clip those wings.
Yeah. You're mine now. Um, and also, I mean, up until this point, it's not like anything bad has happened because Gabriel hasn't been in the picture. But you're saying because he knew that he was second fiddle to Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess maybe he also thought that Gabe wasn't an option. That door's
Yeah.
closed. He wasn't expecting
He
it
thought he
to.
was safe.
Right. Yeah.
I think if Frank had been firm with Beth and he's like, no, we're drawing a line in the sand right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beth would have actually reacted to that positively.
I think I know because I don't know if I pulled out the lines, but yeah, he was very like he was not very firm in saying
No.
that she shouldn't go over to Gabriel's. Although, I mean, what did he say? Because he definitely voiced his
He said,
opinions
I
and
don't
said
like
this is a
it.
bad idea. Yeah,
He said, don't do it. I don't like this. But she did it. And then he just was like, okay.
I know. Oh, so sad. Yeah, I can't find the line. Okay, what do you think about her telling Leo all about Bobby? Was that in the section?
Yeah, that was in the section.
Do you think that was
Um,
because that's something else that Frank is like, that's a bad idea. Why are you doing that? But she said it was
I,
helping her heal.
yeah, I took it as Beth being very selfish
Mm.
because
Hmm.
she's using a kid for her own feelings and she's filling in for this kid, this motherly figure, and she knows that she can't be his mother.
Yeah. But it's not at all helpful for him to have a motherly figure in a time
I
when he
think
needs
it's
one.
I almost think it's worse to have one like Beth, where it's like not that Beth's such a bad person, but that her position with his dad, the history, and then how, by definition, transitory she'll be. She's not like an auntie
Yeah,
who's a mother figure.
that's true. Hmm. Or if Leo had gone over to the farm after school, he could have had Frank
That's
and
a
Beth
great
together.
idea. That's a
Hmm.
great idea.
That would have just solved everything.
But Beth wanted to go there.
I know. Ugh, so sad. Oh, okay. Another question on Leo. All right. So Leo kind of is giving me some Augustus vibes too. So here's a
The
line
little
from
boy?
him. The little boy. Okay, here's a line from him talking about his mom who's in America, and he's talking to Beth, and he says, "And this kid is like 9." He said, "You'd never have left your son behind in a different country. I've seen your face when you look at that photo of him in your bag." His words knocked the breath out of me. And he just had a lot of lines where I was like, this is unbelievable. He's talking like a 40-year-old insightful man.
Okay, he's 11.
Okay, he's 11.
Number one, he's 11. Number two, he lives in England and they speak very
Poetic.
elegantly over there.
Yeah, very smart. All the 10-year-olds are walking around like this.
I did there that was totally unbelievable. That's not how a kid that I know would speak.
I know.
But I do think that a kid could pick up on that sentiment and communicate it in some way. I don't think those would be the words that he uses.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe Claire is just writing him in the same voice as all the adults, and it just feels weird.
Yes, I think that's exactly right. Because I could see a kid being like, because basically what he's saying is, you're a good mom. I have a bad mom. And I know you're a
Mm.
good mom because your kid's dead and you're still obsessed with him. And I'm alive and my
Oh,
mom's gone.
yeah. That's so sad.
And like those feelings, I think a kid would be able to pick up on and be able to communicate probably in some way, but not like that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe it's because his dad is Gabriel. Maybe Bobby could have
Well,
been saying the same things.
Bobby's daddy was a farmer and Leo's daddy is a very famous author who probably
That's what I'm
speaks.
saying.
Yeah.
He's quoting Shakespeare all the time.
Ugh. All right, so we're pretty much at time.
Mm-hmm. I have
Do you have,
I have one
yeah, go for
question
it.
for you that I want to ask again. Well, okay, I think we should have two questions that we ask now and then again at part two. First
Okay.
question, are you team Gabe or team Frank at this point?
In I'm I'm T wait, for who Beth should be with or who do I like better?
Why not both? You can have two different answers.
Okay, okay. I think Beth should be with Gabe. I think Frank should be free of Beth.
So it's the same answer. There's a one action would make both those things happen.
Yes. I just think that like Frank needs not that Frank not that Beth doesn't choose Frank. I feel like Frank needs to not choose Beth.
He
You
deserves
know?
better.
I think Frank deserves better than Beth. That's what I think.
If it weren't for Gabe, though, they had such a good relationship. But I guess the stuff with Gabe was always under there,
It was always
always
under there,
simmering.
and this is only what Beth's been telling us. Who
That's
knows
true.
what other horrible things she's been doing the past 10 years that we just don't know about. What do
uh,
you think?
I think she needs to be with Frank 'cause she's married to Frank. But and I really like Frank, but I do like Beth's and Gabe's love story. Like it's exciting that he's back. But I also was like, no,
Forgetting
you
that,
can't go to him.
yes. Okay, forgetting that they're married, who do you think Beth fits better with?
Oh, maybe Gabe. But her life would be totally different too. So, hard to say. 'Cause right
It's
now we
kind of
just
too
know
late, right?
Farmer Beth. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Gabe. I think if we could go back, I'd say Gabe. They really had a
Gabe
thing.
was like her Gabe was like her true love, I feel like.
I know. Gosh. I think that's what makes his book so good, is that you really believe it. you like we believe they are a teenage love story.
Yeah.
They were like they should be together. It was a mistake that they're not.
Ugh, I know. That's why I was like
So
so torn
good.
because I hated everything Beth was doing, but I was like, I get it.
I know. It was awful. Made me so sad. But also I was
Yes.
like, man, but
Because
I'm also here for it.
most of the time when you read like a love triangle, there's very obvious a good one and a dud.
hmm
Now you have the dud in this triangle is Beth.
Yeah, that's true. That's how you make a good love triangle. You make the main person
Yes.
the weakest part.
Yes.
You know, that's
Yes.
a great observation.
Yes.
Man.
Okay, what was your other
Okay.
question?
Other question is who's the biggest villain? And I can give you multiple choice options if you'd like.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. A, Louisa. B, Tessa. C, Beth. D, Gabe. And do you have someone else to add to that?
No, I think those are all the good ones.
Top
At
four.
this point of the book,
hmm
Tessa.
I think Tessa too. I have a line pulled out. I don't know if it's this part or the next part though. So I'm gonna tell you and we can cut it out
All
if
right.
needed. The line is when they're at the bar and Louisa tells Beth that it's not too late for her to be with Gabe. Is that this section? I
Oh,
think it
that's
might
the
be the
next
next
part.
section. Okay. So yeah, I'll
Yeah.
save that for later. Okay. Yeah. I think at this point, Tessa. Tessa's pretty awful.
Who's your second villain?
I forget exactly what all we know about Louisa at this point. I don't think we know much. We don't even see her at
Nothing.
Oxford yet. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So not Louisa. So out of these options, then I think Gabe because of the dinner parties. Because Beth hasn't done anything yet either.
Oh,
You know, at this point,
yeah.
Beth's innocent.
Except for being kind of bad to Frank, but not super bad, but like
She's
she's
dancing
on the
on the
road.
edge. Yeah.
She is dancing
She,
on the edge.
I know. About to moonwalk over the cliff.
That'd be a good shirt. A good Patreon
For our
shirt.
Patreon.
Yeah.
About to moonwalk over the cliff.
Ah, okay. Any other closing thoughts?
I don't think so. Great book.
Great book. Cruising to a 5.
I think so. I know. I know. Try to think if there's anything you would change. Try to think of something that you would change.
I I can't because the
I
only things that
know.
I would change would actually make the book worse.
I know. Like what? Like she doesn't have she doesn't go off. Well, I don't want to spoil it,
She
but
she doesn't, yeah, she doesn't go nanny
Gabe doesn't
Leo
move
or
back.
Frank.
Yeah.
Gabe doesn't move back or Frank has like a backbone. Like these are the things that
Yeah.
I want, but I know that if I get it, I'm gonna hate
I know.
it.
Frank has a tragic accident. So now she
Honestly, I
has
was
to go to
like,
Gabe.
maybe seriously, I was like, maybe Frank will have a tragic accident.
Well, okay, yeah, something we haven't really mentioned. There's the murder trial. We don't know what it's about, so nothing to report on yet. But
Yeah,
yeah, it could have been Frank. Maybe that
I
was
know.
Beth.
I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe Frank's dead. Like, am I
I
so sad
know.
about that?
I
Horrible.
know. Justice
Horrible.
for Frank.
Justice for Frank. Okay. Well, join us next time and we'll finish this amazing
We'll fix the
novel.
country.
Fixed country.
Fix country.
Yes, yes.
Repaired country.
Repaired country. Frank is free. Beth is dead.
Oh my God. That'd be our fan fiction. Read it on our
If only.
Patreon.
Oh my God. That's the Patreon. We have all of our fanfics written out. Just kidding. That's too much time.
That'd be a
Okay.
lot of work.
This has been fun. Make sure rate 5 stars, please. Review. tell a friend.
Mm-hmm.
We need it.
Send us an email. That'd be fun. Give
Send
us
us an
book
email.
recommendation,
Yes.
especially a
Ooh,
good one.
you have a long list, dear listener. You have a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's kind of clear out your schedule.
All right. Well, I love you so much.
I love you too. Glad we're potting again.
I know I missed this.
So
All right. Well, I'll see you
fun.
next time.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.